Okay. Hi. We're finally at the end of the video for Yoga with Your Boots On, Yoga for the Construction Industry, and I wanted to bring you into a meditative place, bring you into a place that we can actually start to calm the mind, calm the body all at the same time. And so what I really want to introduce you to is I want to introduce you to a very, very short 2-minute meditation. And I say very short. 2 minutes is a very long time to try to get the mind to settle down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself down here. This is my shop. This is where a lot of my construction has taken place. I'm going to take my belt off. I'm going to get myself comfortable. So I hang my belt up. This is where it lives. Take my gloves off. And my knee boots, my knee pads, which are, if you don't wear these, totally recommend that you wear them all the time because your knees are so delicate. That's another story. We'll talk about that some other time, next video, right? Okay, now I'm going to sit down. And so, at the very beginning here, what I want to describe is I want to describe your physical situation. And so here I am in the garage in my shop, but I also want to tell you that this whole setup can be basically done. You can do it in the seat of your truck. You can do it, I like it, tailgate meditation. You can pull your tailgate down. You know, we have the tailgate safety meetings once a week. And what I would like to do is try to get you to any place that you can find a place to sit. Maybe it's you're going to get home at night and gee whiz, and I've got a minute, 2 minutes that I can just sit and be quiet. So any place at all. So it's just like have talked about on the tapes, on the different videos, is that I want you to be able to do the yoga for construction, the stretching anytime, any place, so you just get used to that. So get that sense. This is, I'll call this a formal sit in a sense because it's all being set up. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I've got my phone here, and what I'm going to do is I've already set it for 2 minutes. So I'm going to, once we get set up, then I'll click it on 2 minutes, and I'll take you through a 2 minute because I want you to experience this very similar to as the way we experience all the different poses that we've done, the various stretches. So I want to take you through this in the same manner. Okay, so you're going to take the time to make sure that your buttocks is solidly on whatever you're sitting. If you need a pad, by all means, please get a pad. As you sit, you don't want to have, ideally you want to have the thighs so that they're very close to parallel with the floor so that you're comfortable. They want to have the heels under the knees, and you want to be able to sit as erect as possible. If it's impossible for you to sit without some support for your back, then by all means, you can sit in the bed of your truck with your back against the side of the truck to give yourself support. Really make sure that you're not collapsed when we're practicing this. So we want to have that long spine as much as we can, so the energy will still flow, because this is really the culmination of everything that we've done. And even if you only do 1 or 2 poses, 1 or 2 asanas, excuse me again, if you only do 1 or 2, follow it with a 1-minute meditation. Follow it with the calming the mind. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to sit up straight, and then you're going to start to watch your breath for just a little bit. So as I sit here, I'm going to let my hands relax. I'm going to have my palms up, palms down, any way that I can start to release my shoulders. I'm sitting vertically. My stomach is gently drawn back. And from here, I'm going to inhale and exhale through my nose as much as you possibly can, allowing yourself to settle, letting the mind, recognizing all the things that are buzzing through your mind. What went on for the day's work, what's got to go on tomorrow, the materials that I have to buy, the subs that I have to call tonight, possibly the subs that I have to line up in the morning, or what materials do I have to buy? So we have this huge list of things. When you're in the industry, as you know, it just never stops. It's like I would frequently, in the middle of the night, I'd wake up and it's like, oh gosh, I have to do that. And I never did have a pad, a pencil by my side, but lots of times I wish I would have, so I could let my mind go. So I'm here. I'm lifting the side ribs and inhaling and exhaling. Now I'm going to drop my chin, so I'm going to set up the format before I actually start the timer, right? So I want to get you so that we're in a comfortable place and that you're at ease, right? And here, I'm going to drop my chin. So this is just for the breath, allowing the breath to smooth, calm down, in and out, and then I'll go ahead and raise my chin, try to keep my chin parallel with the floor, but notice that my eyes are closed. So let the eyes close, because we want to start to withdraw from the sensory stimulus that's always going on. So there's different levels as we practice yoga, different levels that go in, and here we are. Now I'm starting to go, this is more difficult than the poses in a sense, in that we're dealing with the mind. We're dealing with that mind that's constantly talking to us, and this mind that's able to be observational, this mind that can watch and be the objective observer. So we're trying to recognize that there's a separation that's going on here all the time, and being able to focus on the observational mind rather than the directive mind, rather than the mind that is constantly solving the problems or coming up with the difficulties, the planning mind. I want to be the observational mind as much as I can. So I'm seared, I'm comfortable, I'm lifting the side ribs, and I'm going to be, no, I'm not going to, I'm only going to drop my head. Only drop your head just to start to get that breath so it's smooth in and out. And you can hear, if you listen, you can hear how smooth my breath is. I'm going to now raise my head, get myself set for the meditation. I'll open my eyes to talk to you again. But I will close them when I go into the meditation, but I've already got my breath, so it's slow and smooth. I've already started to calm my mind with this action, right? So you'll notice that if you can get your breath to approximate the way you can hear my breath, that immediately takes your mind, and as I talk about, it's an elevator. You're going down and down and down and down and down. And that's what you're looking for in this meditation, to just slowly take yourself from activity to passivity, from constantly being aware, constantly needing to talk, to withdrawing yourself. So I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes here. And here we go. And I'm going to close my eyes, but at the same time, I'm going to keep myself. I have that place, I have that intention of being absolutely quiet inside, but my mind is very, very observant. All right? So it's not that I'm going to go to sleep. It's not at all, because like I say, this is the most difficult thing that we've done. So I'm going to set, this is only going to be 2 minutes, but frequently it seems like a long time. And I will motion the breath at times. I will move a little bit, but I'm expecting you, I would like you to stay as quiet, as calm as you can. Keep your body motionless, right? And here we go. Starting 2 minutes. Good, I'm going to take my hands. Palms are facing up or down, whatever's comfortable, so the shoulders relax. And I'm looking at you, but now I'm going to start to really withdraw myself. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm looking for a gentle close of the eyelids. The upper eyelid gently closes against the lower eyelid, almost like a snowflake. So it just floats, floats, floats down. Eyes are now totally closed. Focusing on my breath again, allowing myself to come back to that place that I've already set up with the breath. And find myself erect, finding myself balanced and vertical. And please join me for the next minute and a half. I'm drawing myself deeper and deeper within. That was 2 minutes. So, you don't need to set a timer, right? To begin with, maybe setting a timer would be the way to go. Just so that you have a sense of what does it mean to bring myself to this place of starting to empty my mind, starting to let go of the planning of the day tomorrow, starting to let go of what went on in the job today, all the things that you've accomplished, all the things that didn't go well, let them go. So the whole idea is that we're looking for this totally release, that we get to this place of that the mind is not actually thinking, that the mind actually can experience itself. Seems like a difficult concept, but the more you practice, if you do 2 minutes, 3 minutes every day, it will start to grow in itself. I used to have a teacher that really explained it very well. He said, your meditation is like weaving a nest, and each day as you weave, there's a little bit more support and a little bit more support, and finally you find that you are totally supported with this meditation, and you fall into this beautiful nest like a bird. You fall into this nest and you're supported, you're secure, and it's a comfort zone. And you bring yourself to this place and you close your eyes, and by golly, you let it all go, and you get up and you walk away, and you're now able to enjoy the evening, enjoy whatever activities are going to go on. Even if it's noon on a Saturday, you work a half a day. Spend this minute or 2 minutes and really relieve yourself. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu, bid you goodbye, and thank you very much for, number one, buying Yoga with Your Boots On, and number two, following it. Practice it as much as you can. Try to be as exacting as you can with each of the poses. Try to find this meditation. Try to, as much as it seems difficult, because your mind is, the nature of the mind, it wants to run away, it wants to go everywhere. Consistently bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. It takes thousands and thousands of times, sincerely, before that mind will really start to come down. But if you just keep practicing it now, eventually you're going to build this nest, and it's going to grow, and you're going to have something that's very tangible and very beneficial for you. See you again. Take care. Bye-bye.